7 or 8, something like that. I don't know. Hold it, Mirai. Homura. Mikage told me what happened. And just let me go. If I went berserk around any of you, dumbass. Huh? I already told you, the only ones who went berserk were weaklings, physically and mentally. But Mirai, listen to me. If you are weak, then you must have to work to improve yourself until you're not. Go on, tell me if I'm wrong. First thing you need to do is train, get stronger at it. Fight me, Mirai. Huh? I don't mean some pointless fight to the death. I want to fight for your right to stay at Hibijo. Okay, I'm counting on you, Homura. Alright, let's go. At least we don't have to play Mirai fighting these. Which is kind of weird. You think you would. At least that's what I would think would be the point of these missions. Wow. Say, now I'm mad. Get out of here. It's like, come on. I do hate how you can break auto locks. That is not a feature of this game I like. I like how you can break it yourself. It's like if you can get a good shot in, it's just like. I don't know if I actually blocked any of that or not. Did I not hit that freaking like burst thing? We'll get these hacks in. Dog whines. I'm not paying attention to him. Unless got his treat out of his tongue. Be my guess at this point. So yeah, just let me lay an unholy beat down on Mirai here. Mirai. Holy crap, like, this is kind of unfair at this point. Gee, my knee. That was just brutal. That was brutality. Yeah, the second half of that fight really went a different way. Laid down the whoop down. Looks like I won. I really am weak. But I want to get stronger, stronger and stronger. And I'm sure you will. Anytime you want to spar with me, I'm ready. Homura. But I can't really, but can I really go back? Aren't I already a ranked? Hey, don't sweat, if you come back now, there won't be any trouble. Besides, we got good favors, where good favors few, evil accepts all, right? Yeah. Come on, let's go home. I guess I'll pet the puppy dog in between matches. That's all he wants. He just wants all the lovin's. Yin and yang. What is that? We beat chapter 3, I imagine. Is what that is. Be my guess, probably. Yep, I want to say yes. Alright, time to run the underclass woman ragged. Hmm? Haruka. Hehe. Hey Baria, what are you doing here? I wanted to see this place for myself. Intelligence gathering is my specialty. Don't tell me you actually march into Hibaji category. I came to transfer like you said. This is not how this story went. This is not how this story went at all. Of course. We're good favors, few evil accepts all, yeah. I'm too klutzy for a good team, so I thought I might fit better here. So you thought. I know you probably think I'm up to something. So how about this, Haruka? Fight me. Yeah, this is not how this went down last time. Not how this went down at all. Secrets and lies. It's always secrets and lies. All it ever is secrets and lies. Oh, I parried that. Yeah, I'd much rather play. I guess Haruka, the more I'm playing as her, she's not horrendous. Like, she's definitely one of the worst characters I thought in SOL Versus. I don't think she's one of the worst here, but definitely wouldn't say she's great either. Oh, thought I parried that one. Hiyabari's been by far the worst, I think. Midori may be close. I don't know, we did beat Yagu on just by pressing the square button the entire time, which is hilarious. Did she transform yet? There she goes. Ow. He's trying to avoid that. Trying to avoid that too. Kind of a big map. Let's see if she finds her way in here. The answer is no. Oh yeah, she did. Crap, she lured me. It was a trap. So let's get out of the way. Oh, she really? So I can see that move being both good and bad because it's easy to block. That's what I think, anyway. Oh. Get out of here, man. God, I don't know if you can hear that, but like, my stomach's making all kinds of noise right now. Hey, step forward just a little bit for me. Man, this is actually kind of an annoying fight. Yeah, stand there for me and let me execute this move on you, if you don't mind. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm trying to think, if this is the start of chapter 4, then we probably have, what, 16 missions left? Probably, be my guess. Well, now 15. If we have 8 per chapter. You got me. You're really strong. I saw your conviction in that fight. You're no liar. You truly do wish to transfer to Hibijo. Yeah, I wanted to do my best right here with you. Oh, exquisite. Take this. This is Hanzo's super secret. So, there's no way you're not hearing my fan on this one, because it's loud as all get out, and I apologize, but how, what? What? So she's just a flat-out traitor in this storyline. She just brings the scroll over, just being like, "No, I'm forsaking my school right now." It's like, what? People call the city glittering skyline a symbol of our nation's wealth, but in the shadows are the slums where I was born and raised. This shanty town would welcome any stranger who wandered in with naught but with the clothes on his back. The dirt road that leads in is called Unemployment Street. The moment my feet set upon the road, I could already smell rotten bananas. What a nice aroma. It's the slums' way of saying welcome home. A short walk down Unemployment Street leads a narrow row of mansions made from sheet metal. People in the slums call this area Beverly Hills. Oh, yes, Beverly Hills. It smells like La Dolce Vita. I don't know. It's the smell of packaged instant ramens being cooked. As that smell tickles my nose, I hear a distant sound of children laughing. Voices are coming from Central Park, which is where we call the slum's main recreational area. I wonder what's going on. Let's take a look and see. A woman clad in a kimono and a mask stands on stage at the center of the plaza. The handmade mask resembles a bird. A swallow, I suppose. The show appears to be quite a hit with the children. Glass woman begins acting like a child. It's such a nice day today, let's go for a walk. And then switches to the role of a creepy old man. Want some money, little miss? Come with me. Apparently this is a one-woman show. She then shifts into a powerful voice and presses play on an old cassette player. You there. Girl, don't be fooled by his words. The cassette player belts out a fast-paced, heroic theme music. The woman strikes a pose at center stage. I dance today, my black hair fluttering, call me BC Mask. BC Mask starts to beat up the creepy old man. From the BC Mask to old man to little girl back to BC Mask. She shifts her position with dizzying speed, keeping up the play by herself. I can't quite call it a good performance. The acting falls short of what professionals typically offer. Amateur production or not. However, the children's eyes are glued to the BC Mask. When the play ends, the audience cheers and applause. All of the children are smiling. I've never seen such a happy expressions. Thank you for sticking around to the end. BC Mask hands out candy to the children and then dashes off stage. I'll be back again soon. Be good children in the meantime, okay? I slip into the shadows and tail her. For a street performer, BC Mask is quite fast. The only way I can keep her sight is by running full speed. As she's fast as a shinobi student, who on earth is she? She stops in front of Town Hall and drops the envelope through a mail slot. Once she leaves, I squeeze my hand and grab the envelope. Now let's see. The envelope is written donation of 30,000 yen. She puts on a show, gives out candy, and donates money to help the slums. I'm consumed with desire to thank her. Watch you be the princess. I exit the slums and search the area. A short while, I find BC Mask in a shade in a nearby tree. As I watch, she removes the mask plates in her bag. I move in front to catch a glimpse of her. Huh? The side of her face leaves me pieces. BC Mask is really princess? I called it. Yumi? You're BC masked? Mortifying. This is mortifying. I've never been so humiliated. BC mask is really the spoiled little princess in disguise. I thought there must be such a good person under that mask. What a ludicrous notion. You make a hobby of studying the poor. It must do wonders for your superiority complex. My harsh tone, the little princess cast her gaze downward. You must love putting on a show just like your father of yours. What does BC mask even mean? Well, the princess fidgets, unable to reply. BC stands for black hair with cropped straight bangs. What? I'm taken back at sheer lameness of it all. Well, you see, it was Katsuguri who came up with the name. I tune out her explanation. I'm not interested in whatever weak excuses she has. I can forgive your poor taste, but that donation is outrageous. You're rich and all you give is 30,000 yen. You can afford 30 million yen, and yet you dare to donate such a pittance. I unload all my pent-up aggression. Princess offers no defense as I prepare my final assault. I know her wealthy blood runs cold through her heart, but her ruthlessness is nothing compared to mine. Speaking of donations, I donate as well. Can you guess how much? 300,000 yen a month. That's right, 300,000, some bitch. Book with me. If going without means I can make sure one less child will starve, I give all I have for that child's sake. If you consider me a hypocrite, there's nothing I can say. I barely hear her muttering. I was simply inspired by your talk about the slums and wanted to do something to help. With that, she sinks to her knees and lowers her head to the ground. What are you trying to pull now? She's kneeling? The princess is setting aside her pride and kneeling before me? I have to admit, I'm a bit astonished. If my father's words or actions have harmed you, I can only apologize. I am forced to choke down my raged bile. I'm not fond of people who think that saying I'm sorry fixes everything. In fact, I've always regarded the urge to apologize with a deep suspicion. You can bow your head and still be laughing in your heart. I'm sure rich people do that all the time. She kneels with her brow to the ground, not moving a muscle. As I watch her, I can't help thinking of BC's mask performance. The children really did look happy. They all truly enjoyed the show. Can such a rotten person give such joy to children? No, I think that would be impossible. Children are pure, honest beings. They can see right through a charlatan. But if that's the case, what could there be in the heart of this princess that gives them so much joy? I grind my teeth. I can feel myself welling up. The image of kneeling princess turns blurry in my sight. Not fair, not fair, not fair, not fair. You already have money. You can't already have a good heart too. My emotions suddenly burst forth. Ah! I perform a shinobi transformation and swing my sword down at her. Well, the princess does not even react. My sword piles into the ground a few inches away from her head. I inhale sharply, trying to gather myself. There are so many things I want to say to her. It was just before I graduated elementary school. My father and my mother both disappeared all of a sudden. I thought they had abandoned me. All my deepest thoughts and feelings come pouring out at once. I unleash all the sadness and anger I've been holding back these many long years. You could never begin to understand me. Oh, sorry, I didn't need the table. You can never understand how I lived and felt before someone from the slums referred me to Hibajo. The tears threatened to spill from my eyes. My parents, who I loved so much, left me to resent them. What else could I do? Bitterness was all that was left to me. Before I realized it, she's crying along with me. Her large black eyes cloud over like crystals. But I was mistaken. They hadn't abandoned me. They scrimped and saved to put together an adherence for me to prove my prospects in life. Do you mean? Her mouth finally opens. A tear traces way down her cheek. But it was too late. I wanted to thank them, to apologize for not believing in them. But it was too late. My father and mother had already died. In my fury, I kick the princess away. I kick away the princess's bag. Why? Why is it that some families have money and others don't? Still crying, I grasp her shoulders and shake her. I shake her as hard as I can over and over. I can't stand it. The rich are unforgivable. I scream until I run out of air. As I break into gasp, I catch a sight of the scroll laying on the ground. It must have been in her bag. I pick it up and open it. Oh, the princess let out a small exclamation, but it doesn't deter me from looking. The scroll details her entire family tree. Huh? The scroll reveals a shocking truth to me. You were adopted? Without a word, she nods. I flash back to the eating contest. That boy, Mr. Murasami, who treated her so coldly, it must have been because she's not bloodkin. Maybe Maybe she doesn't have such a peaceful, happy childhood after all. If you were adopted, I could listen to some of your excuses. None of my excuses would be meaningful to you. With that, she again puts her brow to the ground. I had it completely wrong. She hadn't discarded her pride by prostrating herself. Quite the opposite. She took pride in her prostration, not asking for a simple forgiveness at all. All the wealthy are my enemies. I label them a target from my hatred, and I have lived with that ever since. And though I can see now my path might be twisted, it is not so easy to change. However, I silently hold out my right hand. Enough. Please get up. She looks at me and gingerly takes my hand. Thumbnail, possibly? I suddenly realized something. Her hands are warm. What I said before, her wealthy blood running cold, wasn't a metaphor. I always was under the impression rich people was literally cold-blooded. But I was wrong. She had a tender warmth. I pull her to her feet. Her face is stained with tears and mud. You look dreadful, princess. Yes, but I might say the same about you. We exchange a quick glance and then suddenly burst into laughter. As we continue to laugh, tears begin to stream again. And yet, we're still laughing, crying, laughing again. Rich as you are, we might just get along. As I say that, her face falls a bit. Then, could you forgive my hypocrisy? I don't think you're a hypocrite. My heart's been consumed with hatred for the rich as long as I can remember. And now, thanks to a rich person, I feel my heart begin to lighten again. Life is truly mysterious. You're not a hypocrite, but if you truly bothers you, let me say this much. Hypocrisy also has its merits. I hold my hand out to her again. She accepts it with another little smile. This time, it's to shake. Our orders may be to bring us into conflict again. She certainly knows that as well as I do. So we let our handshake linger for a while, each feeling the warmth of each other.